the trade policy, but then there's also the political angle, which I'm lucky enough to have sort of that other side of the knowledge spectrum, which means that I can also decipher what's happening politically, which is really helpful, particularly to the business community, which right now feels a little overwhelmed, and they think everything's very mysterious, and they don't understand how Congress works, and they don't know, what does it mean when Trump says this, and what does it mean when, our guy says that, and so, it's more about sort of demystifying a bit of it for them, because the process is complicated, and the political jungle is, if you're not familiar with it, it's a little overwhelming, particularly for business people. So I've been doing a bit of that. And then there's just the political part of it, where people just frankly want to hear what you think about Trump and what he's doing, why he's doing it, how he's doing it. And when you've been in politics, you sort of understand the motivations, and you understand the pressure points, and you sort of can help also just, it can be entertaining, or you can do it in an enlightening way, or also just helping people understand how it'll impact their business. I'm from the West, so pipeline politics, I know them very, very, very well, and I know the energy sector very well. I know a lot of the players personally, and then I also know the political, what we've gone through in the West. And there's a lot there, whether it's the rise of Western alienation and what could result in some populism in Western Canada, which is really quite, frankly dangerous for the Federation, and, concerns about how that's going to play out. But also from a more, regulatory point of view, there's a lot of concern in the business community that we are never going to get an energy infrastructure project built, ever, because of the way the regulatory burden is in the country. And yet everybody wants to see less carbon, everybody wants to see a better environment, but we thought we had struck this grand bargain where we were going to regulate the industry and put on a carbon tax, and then we'd get these, in exchange we'd get pipelines built, right? And so that all sounded great, and it's not materializing. So what's happened is we have massive frustration in the people that work in the energy sector. And it's not just people in Alberta and Saskatchewan, it's people in Newfoundland and Labrador, in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, who rely on these, this industry. At the end of the day, if you aren't familiar with the argument, the bottom line is we're selling our product at a discount. Until we can get it outside to Tidewater, we're selling it at a discount. So we're losing a lot of money. Anyway, so, commodity prices, the impact on politics, geopolitical issues like what's happening in Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's all stuff that I'm really familiar with, because it's sort of, where I come from and the kind of conversations we have.